It's Saturday.
I really wanted you to be the one.
It's New
One who
York.
always would be there.
It's My Thoughts Exactly.
I really wanted you to save my life, but you don't.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's show. We have a really good show
I
for you
was hoping you
planned, even though I'm
would
still
fill my
recuperating
heart.
from the surgery
So
I had
wanna
earlier
see
this
you
week.
say,
You may remember that I said I had to have a little procedure a few weeks ago. I keep pointing to this part of my body. It was for an umbilical hernia. So I had the procedure done on Monday at New York Presbyterian Hospital. It was really easy. I mean, they made it really easy. It was a wonderful experience. Well, is surgery ever a wonderful experience? But they made it as wonderful as it could be. And they keep you only for a few hours. You know, it's one of those things you're in and out quite quickly, which is a little scary since it is major surgery. I would say it's major surgery. Anyway, when I was in the recovery room and I was coming out of my anesthesia and just getting back to normal, the surgeon came into the room to check on me. Very nice young man, very handsome, very pleasant fellow, and he comes in and he asked me if I had any questions, and I said yes, just one. Is Trump still president? He liked that. He laughed and he walked out of the room. But before he did, I said, what's this going to feel like in the next few days? And he said, oh, don't worry. It'll feel like you were at the gym and you just did a whole bunch of sit-ups and crunches. Yeah, right. But this week, I am so happy to announce her debut. Well, it's not announcing. She has already announced it. My friend Jean Ann Garish has come out with her new EP called Rise Up and Other Musical Thoughts for These Times. And the music I was playing at the beginning with the coffee cup and the coffee pot, that is a track called Happy Is On Me from the EP. It's a wonderful, wonderful collection of songs, all written by Jean Ann Garish. Jean Ann is a friend of mine for a couple of years now. I met her at an open mic in the East, on the West 50s a few years ago that our friend Polly runs, Polly McKee. And we hit it off. She's very talented. She plays 3 musical instruments. She plays piano, guitar, and ukulele. She writes all her own material. This is a collection of all her own original songs. I asked her a few questions. I asked her where she was from because I wanted to, well, here's the cover of her album, Rise Up. And here are some shots taken by her friend who's a professional photographer, who's also a very fine performer, Michael Kushner. And her video for the song Happy Is On Me comes out, or just came out yesterday. And it's on YouTube. I've seen it a few times. It's really wonderful. Here's some shots from the video. Now, that's not a shot from the video. That's just a shot of Jean Ann acting a little crazy. Because when I said I wanted to do a show about it, she went like, what? But I love her. I asked her what some of her musical influences were. And as a New Yorker, she's a born and raised New Yorker. She said she doesn't have an accent unless she's had a glass of wine or two, and then it kind of comes out, a New York accent comes out like all of ours does. And she says that being a New Yorker, of course, Billy Joel was an influence of hers. When she was 10 years old, she saw Patti LuPone in Anything Goes, and she said she knew that's what she had to do. And I like that. And some of her other influences are singer-songwriters from the 70s, Joni Mitchell and Carole King, and then a bunch from the 90s like Alanis Morissette, Sean Colvin, Lisa Loeb, and one of my favorites, Tori Amos. So give her EP a listen, buy it, download it. It's on iTunes and Spotify and I think SoundCloud. So Jean Ann Garish is her name, and she's wonderful. She's extremely talented, and I hope you give her a listen. We love you, Jean Ann. Now it's movie trailer review time, one of my favorite times of the show. And today we're going to review the trailer for Dark Waters, a new movie that is coming out or has just come out with Mark Ruffalo and Anne Hathaway. Now this movie, from the trailer, seems to be about the DuPont Energy Company and how they polluted the waters across the nation that were next to their chemical plants. when they were releasing chemicals into the waters, and a lot of the cattle across the country were dying, and hundreds of cattle. Now, from the 2.5-minute trailer, you will it's an indictment of DuPont. And it's an amazing trailer because you sense the urgency and the tension. Mark Ruffalo plays a defense attorney, and he's now going to go after DuPont. He usually works for the defense, but now he's going to go after DuPont. And it's really well told in the trailer, so you really get a great idea of what this movie was about. I was riveted. We saw the trailer when we went to see Pain and Glory, the Almodovar film. Pedro Almodovar, however you say it. Many people have different ways of saying his name. But when we saw Pain and Glory, we saw the trailer for Dark Waters, and I looked at Kirk and I said, we have to see this. I know I only say I watch movie trailers and review only the trailers, but I may make an exception for Dark Waters. So I'm going to give Dark Waters, drum roll please. May I have a drum roll back in New York, please? A New York drum roll? Thank you. We're going to give Dark Waters movie trailer a big 5 on the Predicto meter. Well, that was easy. 5 being the best, 1 being I've yet to give a movie a movie trailer, but who knows? We still have a little time left this year. So that's our show for the week. I'm going to leave you with more music from Gina and Garish from her new EP called Rise Up and Other Musical Thoughts for These Times. Thank you for watching the show. If you like it, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, or just leave a comment in the comment box below on YouTube or on Facebook. And I'll see you next Saturday. Next week, for 2 weeks, we're going to be in Salt Lake City. I'll be taking you on tours around there and seeing what there is to do in Salt Lake City. So have a great time. I'll leave you with a little news bite. Bye, everybody.
News Bite. The Grammy nominations are out and Lizzo leads with 8 nods, including Best New Artist. Lana Del Rey nominated for Album of the Year for Norman Effin' Rockwell. Jim Gaffigan nominated for Best Comedy Album, Quality Time. Remember, if you dream it, you can do it. And a day without macaroni and cheese is like a day without sunshine. Bye, everybody!